Do you guys remember the Kings of Leon? Hi people, and hello my Chili con Carne crew, it's Chili here, the man who produces Iron From My Eyes, and I'm doing a 5-minute review on the Kings of Leon's newest album, Can We Have Fun Yet? Real question here, but do you remember the sudden tidal onslaught of Kings of Leon hitting our airwaves in the noughties? I do, but it seems that no one else does, or they don't care, because I even did a retro review on their biggest album, Only by the Night, which only got 83 views. That sucks, it got copyright claimed. Damn, it is hard to include music in a video on YouTube these days. Which means, I guess you have to listen to my unhinged rants and deranged descriptions instead of the music. Oh well, I shall try my best to get you to pay attention until the 30-second mark, but after that it's up to you. So for this album, the band's 9th outing, the group posed the question, can we still have fun? I think that was aimed more so internally than externally, given their tumultuous history after 2008. Disregarding that story for the sake of ensuring that this review is under 5 minutes, the first single that I heard from this album was Nothing to Do. A rambunctious affair that is as gritty as it is simple, and therefore it was fun. For a song about having nothing to do, it was giving me the energy to wail the lyrics alongside Caleb and his traditional howl. And I feel that this is one hell of a solid track the fans will surely flock to.
If you're free tomorrow, don't make any plans.
As for all the other singles, well, Mustang isn't a bad tune. Its semi-acoustic, quasi-electric mix certainly reminded me of earlier works, but that guitar wobble effect was rather offsetting. If you remove this part from the track, I think it would be a very solid song, but as it stands, well, it's a pass. Split Screen though is just weak. It's this electronic drum loop over a soft guitar riff that feels like it was lifted from Pearl Jam, and it sounds like Caleb is even given his best Eddie Vedder impression on here. The problem is that they are leaning into Pearl Jam on Riot Act, and the song lasts for over 5 minutes, which wears out its welcome after the first 3. From the onset of this review, I was asking myself, is Kings of Leon a band that deserved to be revitalized in this new age? Their early efforts were amazing, and I think their first 4 albums are great, with each having their own flair while showing signs of evolution. I'm not sure why the band get the hate that is going their way, and Ezekiel, if you are watching, A, I'm amazed that you are, and B, please comment below because I know that you have your views on this band. The disdain for this group is very odd and almost akin to Weezer, but I've always thought that they deserved another shot. Yeah, they suffered from burnout when recording Radioactive, and of course it sucks, but I think they still have potential. But does the rest of this album reflect my opinion? Well, yeah, there is no sugarcoating it, but the remaining chunk of this album just is low-key drab and boring, that even for a short album of 45 minutes, it feels like a chore to undertake. To me, the band sounds like a shell of their former selves, forgetting anything energetic and replacing it with some kind of lounge act in its place. They feel like every big band of the 70s who tried to find their footing in the 80s and ended up settling for what would be the contemporary rock music scene. See, for example, bands like Santana, Eric Clapton, and Robert Plant. Really, this album boils down to a big old scoop of vanilla ice cream. I seriously cannot recall a single song that really stood out, as they all blend together into some kind of conglomerate blob. And if mediocrity was an audiophile, this would be the source. I mean, this is certainly not a bad album, and it could be played at, say, a campfire, but it's more suitable for the end of the night when you are tired and drunk and don't care what's playing on your Bluetooth speaker, because it just continuously beeps at you, reminding you that, hey, my battery is low and I need to be charged. This is just a forgettable effort. Now, this is a shame, because when I heard that single, Nothing to Do, I had a real glimmer of hope that this album would press the solid rock and roll style, but instead, we get this album of blazed indie rock stupor. If the band had a chance to relaunch themselves, it would have been now, but instead they have taken the path of, I don't know, least resistance and tried to be suave in their approach, but just feeling lackluster instead. If this album contained more songs similar in vein to Nothing to Do, this could have been a really solid effort, I reckon, but alas, it's not the case. I don't really care about this album at the end of the day, and if this is your idea of having fun, Kings of Leon, we need to see other people. Overall, I would give this album a score of 2 million chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being Nothing to Do, M Television, and, I don't know, Mustang? I believe I have found the answer I was seeking from Ezekiel during this album. I can understand why people groan and moan when they hear Kings of Leon, and if this is the effort they are putting forward, then I don't really care about whatever happens next. I feel like the band could infuse some more southern rock back into their sound, for example with the Allman Brothers Band, and add their twist to it. And I think that would be better suited for them. But I have a better chance of this video going viral before they change their sound into something of interest. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us, and stay notified for future music related content because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always, people, you have a great day and stay spicy.